Russia goes all in on Bitcoin mining. Microsoft jumps into the blockchain game while Bitcoin in the crypto market is dropping like a rock. Check this out. There is red all over the markets, unfortunately. We will jump into the charts in a second. You can see the total market cap is down from 1.33 trillion to under 1.27 trillion, dropping 4.5% last 24 hours. Bitcoin has dropped a lot, but you can see there it's still above 29,000. We'll see if it holds up over the next 24 hours, but it wiped out about $1,200 off its chart. At the end of the day, and this video is not financial advice, it coming down and resetting, testing these levels, if it can hold above, say, 28.5, the high 28,000s, the bull run is still on. Even if it drops below, it's just going to be a longer time of accumulation. So having a look at Ethereum's price chart, dropped below 2,000 very quickly. It's sitting at about 1959 at the moment. It's down 6.2% past 24 hours. A lot of sideways action there. We will continue to monitor it. Having a look all over, there is a very little green anywhere as well. Checking out the crypto bubbles, BTC is the only one that's up. But if we take a moment to zoom out, this is the last week. Not doing too bad. Obviously, the biggest winners there are Radix and Arbitrum. But it's looking not too bad at the end of the day. So we'll go into this here. Bitcoin drops to 29,000 and sudden sell-off. Huge market sell order at Binance. Flush millions of dollars worth of future positions out of the market. So Bitcoin slid more than 3% in just 15 minutes. That was huge, to below 30,000. Further declines took it to as low as 29,000. And it was a very unusually large sell order on crypto exchange Binance. Unexpectedly high UK March inflation figure of more than 10%, which is insane. May have influenced market sentiment. More than 25 million in Bitcoin futures were liquidated. Seems to be more of a leverage washout, which is a good thing at the end of the day. At 59K, SKEW pointed out that 16,000 Bitcoin sell order worth over 467 million at current prices precede the dump, which may have initiated the long squeeze. 16K Bitcoin is unusual size to be market sold solely from Binance Spot. Usually the kind of sale happens before bad news comes out. There's a huge sell order. Jumping over to Russia, what they're doing is interesting. We've obviously on this channel been covering the war on crypto lately, and now it's starting to turn into an arms race. So Russia plans to mine crypto for cross-border deals, says the central bank. International sanctions have been imposed on the country to exclude it from the US dollar-pound global payment infrastructure. The Bank of Russia is working on a bill, experimental legal regime for cryptocurrency to be used exclusively in export-import deals. Trading and payments inside the country, Russia, must stay banned. That quote there is very unfortunate. It doesn't allow Russian citizens to be able to make the best of what they're doing. If they don't believe in their own currency and they need to use Bitcoin, why not open it up for everyone? So the central bank's plan includes creation of special organizations that will be appointed with mining crypto and processing payments for cross-border trade deals. The Bank of Russia and the country's Ministry of Finance agreed that Russia can't avoid using crypto payments in the current situation, referring to the international sanctions imposed on the country to exclude it from the US pound global payment infrastructure. Flipping over to Microsoft, they are working with space and time to add real-time blockchain data for Azure Cloud. Before we get into it, I will give you the news broken down in fast facts. If we vibe, hit subscribe because you will get those videos with value every weekday. Back to it. The agreement comes 7 months after the tech giant led a strategic funding round for the crypto firm. Microsoft and Space and Time are working together to make real-time blockchain data available to developers directly from the Microsoft Azure marketplace. The one-click deployment through the Azure Marketplace gives developers the ability to access, manage, and perform analytics on the blockchain data. Partnering with Microsoft makes a lot of sense for us as we build these pillars to ensure that the world has verifiable data in a time where the complexity of data and the transparency of data is going to be more vital than it's ever been. Welcome to SpyCoin. No, I'm kidding. It is good. That's the use case of the blockchain, to be able to be transparent, to be able to provide that data there, having everything on chain. I think ultimately that's where one section of the crypto industry is heading, and that's not a bad thing. It's up to us whether we interact with it or not. Having Microsoft in control, we'll see. We'll see how that works out for everyone. We'll pay close attention and keep you up to date. Very unfortunate, this article. So the Democrats blast the draft stablecoin bill on first 23 hearing on the issue. Skeptical remarks from the key Democratic Wednesdays are bringing into question the chance for US stablecoin legislation that the crypto industry has been relying on as the first real oversight effort from Congress. So the House Financial Services Committee held its first hearing on stablecoins in connection with the discussion draft bill. The senior Democrat on the Digital Assets Subcommittee said lawmakers should question whether stablecoins are even needed. They really shut it down, that conversation. We can go into a little bit more in depth here if we can get rid of the ads. So here are the key issues as the House Financial Services Committee hears testimony about stablecoin regulation. The dollar doesn't face a particularly imminent threat to its reserve status, but there's still good reasons to strategically preempt that possibility. What they're talking about there is stablecoins would give the US dollar a leg back up into the world's financial system. They go on to say well-regulated dollar-backed stablecoins would likely go a long way to kneecapping China's grandest plans for its digital yuan, CBDC. Most important and interesting point is that lawmakers and regulators should focus on privately managed stablecoins rather than the federally issued CBDC. There is virtually no chance the US would create a cash like CBDC, though, without built-in surveillance. Shavinsky argues that regulatory efforts should focus on formalizing the structure of custodial stablecoins such as Circle's USDC. USDC may come out as a winner with this, but like they're saying there, the US will want to be able to have surveillance and built in whatever way. Obviously, the blockchain, everything is out and open for that. Maybe more of a KYC process there. The EU is really making strides at the moment. Maybe they're going to be the winners of this arms race at the moment. So their crypto licensing regime set for approval as lawmakers signal support. The legislators indicate they will support the landmark MiCA law. Continuing support for the bloc's landmark markets and crypto assets regulation, the licensing law known as MiCA will easily be approved in a vote scheduled for Thursday. This would allow exchanges and digital wallet companies to offer regulated services across the block and require stablecoin issuers to hold sufficient reserves, which is good. At least they're going over it systematically and having sufficient reserves where they're backed one-to-one or over-collateralized. Makes perfect sense. A lot more security for everyone involved in the space. Europe can be proud of the step we're taking today. As we've seen in recent months, stringent rules and supervision are very much needed, referring to provisions intended to protect consumers, prevent market abuse and curb money laundering, and that it will put the EU at the forefront of the token economy. The MiCA rules will take effect 12 to 18 months after the legislation is published. It's not going to happen overnight, but it is going to happen, and it's good to see they're heading in that direction. If you didn't see yesterday's video, towards them, we talked about what's going on all around the world as well. It is really ramping up, and there are going to be some really big winners. Now, this here, Web3 game, Call of Duty Apex Legends veterans reveal Hydro Web3 game on Immutable. Web3 is going to be a huge section to be following Web3 gaming. I was just did an AMA with the project this morning as well, and they've they'll have a game, Web3 game, sort of like Call of Duty style as well. So this is based on a webcomic, really big. They've already got the narrative around there, so I can see that really taking off and adding more excitement. But that's a space that we'll continue to watch and dive into more and more. Real quick, Fast Facts news update. Subscribe if we vibe. Be blessed. Have a beautiful day. Take it easy. When in doubt, zoom out. Peace.